Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we're going to try to wrap up Searing Gorge. We've got everything in and around the cauldron still to work through. We'll see how far we can get. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through 55, so not long before we hit 56, we can craft our new chest piece and pick up some new abilities as well. Back at Thorium Point, let us get started. We've got golem oil to collect, so we'll take on some of those heavy war golems again. Let's get our buddy back up. And we've got Heart of Flames to collect as well from the roaming fire elementals. Maybe, just maybe, we can kill Maltorius today. We'll see. We'll comb over this northern section first, and then we'll head down into the cauldron, into the pit before we go into the actual caves, since there seems to be a lot of fire elementals down in that section. Whoops, that was the wrong target. First bit of a column oil. And our second Heart of Flame. Imagine the drop rate's probably pretty low for these items. Oh god, I didn't even realize this fire elemental is 10 levels lower than us, and we are still somehow getting experience for it. That is crazy. And once we finish up Searing Gorge, we're definitely going to want to enter some zones where we've got enemies that are a little bit closer to our level. I'm excited to get back into the Western Plaguelands. And, places like Ungoro and Winter Spring and whatnot. Interesting. The magma elementals drop both Hearts of Flame and Golem Oil. I don't see too many of these around, I suppose. It's mostly just the fire and just the regular golems, but I guess it would make sense. It's kind of the combination of both. Alright, I think we're at the point now where we can head down into the pit. I think there should be a slope over here somewhere. Allow us to get down a little bit more safely. Got a dark iron patrol. Skirt around them. Check out the rest of the elementals in this pit, and then we'll head inside. sniper went up in level. It's now 55 with us. Doesn't really do much for our beast training though. Training points are still way too low to get anything. I don't think we'll ever get enough training points again, honestly. For him to learn anything of importance. Looks like we are all done with the golem oil. Just needed one more heart of flame. Perfect. The last elemental had the last heart of flame. Now that we've got that, what else do we need? We need the smithing 2-year. That's even how you pronounce it. The steelsmiths, I think, tend to be above ground, so we might have to take a look up top once we're ready. And then we need this spyglass, which of course is going to come from one of the lookout towers, so we'll have to come outside for that too. Don't know why I have the hardcore add-on running all of a sudden. I have to turn that off. Let's head inside. Let's see if there's a quick way to Maltorius. I don't know if there is from this particular entrance. Might have to do a bit of travel time. I'm not sure. gate goes to the quarry. I guess this is kind of where we have to be then. Yeah, we're going to have to travel through this entire section. Since we've got 10 levels on a lot of these guys, I think we should be able to blast right through it. So interesting how some of these bigger caves are. Back in vanilla, all the walls are so flat and sharp. With many right angles. Not very naturally cave-like, I suppose. We are back where we need to be. None of these slavers / taskmasters are dead at the moment. So I guess there's nobody here right now. Don't need to pull those guys either. Drinking potions by accident too. Really off my game today. Night Elf Druid here in the area. Looks like they're stealth in Moonkin form. Interesting. Got a balanced Druid in our presence. Yeah, stealthy chicken. I don't see any other players here though, so again, unfortunate. This might be pretty tough. Got to take on a couple of elite enemies next to him. I don't really know if we have a way of dealing with either of them. I did bring in the Slumber Sand specifically for this quest. We do have our freezing trap, but it's going to buy us 15 to 20 seconds, which is probably not enough to take them out before they, come back, or even just to take on all three, chip away one at a time. Yeah, this is going to be kind of tough. I wonder how much damage we can blast Maltorius with himself. We could probably use this wall. I think he casts stuff, so we can use this wall. We can use possibly freezing trap, I suppose. We'll give it a try. We'll just try to focus him down, ignore the other two. We'll see if we can do it. If not, I'm not too worried about it. Got some sort of like bubble shield as well. No, there's just like no way this is gonna happen. The Ripper's almost dead. He's only at half health. Maltorius, that is. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Just trying to feign death. Alright. Yeah, this is if I'm being honest, this is probably a waste of our time. And it's not really worth like going out of our way to put a group together either, I would say. If he was by himself, this would probably be a piece of cake at this point, now that we have the, proper CC options and just the proper tools this time around. I think we would have had them. I think the last time we were here, we were like level 53 or something too, maybe. Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have to run all the way back through too. Feels weird. We do not die too often. Alright, so we'll try to find the Dark Iron Steamsmiths. We'll try to pick up that tool. And we'll try to pick up the Lookout Spyglass too. Oh man, it's kind of a shame that charred leather tunic is, well, it's an upgrade, but at the same time we are also planning on crafting our own chest piece at 56 anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just gotta get some mana back. And then we'll get out of here. So I guess we'll take the main road to the south, since there aren't any lookout towers in the north. All these other quests that you see over in Kargath are either for the Burning Steps or they're for BRD. So they're either dungeon quests or, yeah, for the Burning Steps. The Burning Steps, I am not super familiar with that zone at all because I end up never having to do it. I always, end up hitting 60 before I need to go there. I imagine it's pretty similar vibes here to Searing Gorge. Although probably a lot more to do on the outside of caves, if I had to guess. I feel like 75% of the Searing Gorge, at least from a questing perspective, is pretty much the Cauldron. That was easy. Lookout spyglass has been acquired. Now, let's see. We gotta find a quick way back. I know there's an elevator of some kind. I can see it over there. Can we reach it? It's pretty much exactly where we need to be right now. It doesn't feel like it. It does look like there's a way up/down into the cauldron on the western side, which I did not realize. Didn't realize this was here. I guess we'll just go up the hill. It's fine. We'll just go around. Hope there aren't too many players here. This place can get quite busy. And there probably aren't that many steamsmiths to go around, that's for sure. And if we see any horde players, we'll invite them, since we should be able to share the loot. we still don't have what we need. And we are running out of steamsmiths. I mean, there's only like 4 or 5 in the entire area, it feels like, with no other way of getting this item. At least there are multiple lookout towers for the other item. You know, this is probably why we've seen other players camp at this specific spot right here while we were taking care of those other quests for the slavers and the taskmasters and stuff. Definitely noticed some players just hanging around here specifically, and that must be the reason. So yeah, wow, you do not get many chances. Unfortunately, it's not really like a super great grinding spot for us either, since we're out leveling everything by so much. Don't even see anything anyway. I guess everything has been somewhat recently cleared out. Hang around for a couple minutes. I'll give it like one more try. I suppose we can turn in this quest in the meantime.
Something? Be careful. See you around. Have a good one.
Bring 8 thorium-plated daggers to Velorok Windblade. So I guess we can get these off of taskmasters, maybe? I mean, this sounds like something you would craft, like with like blacksmithing or something. 2,600 experience, not worth it. Yeah, in fact, this quest is literally gray to us, it looks like, because I can't even see it anymore above his head. Here, yeah, just one last sweep. If we don't see anything, I'm not going to kill myself over it. And we'll have to move on to something else. I don't know what that something is going to be just yet. When we are ready to return back to the Plague Lands, though, I know Undercity has quite a few quests that will take us there. So there's always that. We could go back to Undercity, or we could travel to Ungoro for the first time too. We've got a quest that we can turn in the middle of Tanarus. We head down there. Got a quick respawn here. Let's see if we can get lucky. Scroll of Agility is cool. But it is not what we are looking for. Nothing off that one either. Well, yeah, unfortunately, might have to call it for the Searing Gorge. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to get Maltorius, but yeah, I really didn't want to go out of my way just to make a group for that. I think we would have had a better time in Searing Gorge if we came a little bit sooner. Kind of out-leveled it really fast. The first time that we came here was nice. I think it worked out pretty well, considering how busy the area can get. But yeah, at this point, I don't think the zone makes too much more sense for us to be in. Still don't have the tool, or whatever it is that we need. Looks like we might have one last shot at it. Two more shots. A couple here. Unfortunate. And yeah, it's unfortunate because you never know when like one of these quests, you know, who knows, this quest might lead to a bunch of other quests. You know, in Classic, you're never sure what the completion of one quest will lead to. You could be missing out like on an entire chain in some cases. So, you know, it sucks when you have to skip some of them. Alright, but yeah, I don't think there's anything left for us to do. It's just a Dark Iron Slaver. So yeah, I do need to think about what we're going to do next, because I wasn't sure. I assumed the Heart of Flame and the Golem Boil would have taken us longer, if I'm being honest. Just because of how low the drop rate seemed like it would be for a quest like that. I think Unguro sounds good. I think Unguro Crater sounds like a plan. All right, so we're gonna hearth back to the crossroads then. I suppose we'll drop this quest as well. And thankfully our log is pretty empty at the moment, or at least empty enough. We've got 10 slots available to us. That should be enough for Unguro, but it's probably not going to be enough for much else. So we're going to have to see how our time in Unguro will go. The quests in Unguro, again with like the drop rate, I say this a lot about the later zones, but Unguro I feel like it's particularly bad with a lot of the quests involved. and they often have you collect a lot of stuff, like in the 15s, 20s, like stuff like that. And it's a zone jam-packed with players as well, so we'll have to see how it goes. I really do like flip-flopping between different zones, but depending on how many quests we've accumulated from Unguro, we might have to stick around for a couple of episodes, just to make sure that we clear out our log enough to make room for whatever comes in the plague lands. And maybe we can go back to like Fellwood or something, because there's probably not too many quests there. But I like some zone diversity too, as far as the atmosphere and the colors. So, I also don't want to get put into a situation either where, we're left with just both of the plague lands and then we're just doing undead zones, for like 10 episodes in a row. Like, I'd rather avoid that if we can, as much as I do love those zones. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how many quests we pick up. Fellwood, or either Fellwood or Western Plaguelands would probably be what we would go back and forth with Unguro. I think one of the things I am excited about as far as Unguro goes is all of the skinning that we're going to get to do with all the raptors, especially, that we need to kill, or the pterodaxes, any of the dinosaurs really. I don't know if we can skin bugs. I can't remember. We might be able to, and if that's the case, then that'll be good too when we deal with the insects in the south. And I would expect most of the leather that we get will be rugged, which is, at this point in the Anniversary Realms, rugged leather, rugged hides are about the only thing that people care about, at least as far as like the basic leatherworking stuff goes. I'm sure there are different types of scales and other sorts of like different types of skins, I guess, that you can collect that might be worth something. But yeah, hopefully we can make a decent amount of money off of that rugged leather, because once we craft our chest piece at 56, we don't have anything else that we're going to be using that rugged leather on. We're already maxed out at 300, so and I don't have plans at the moment to go into a leatherworking specialization. It's just going to be we're kind of too late into Anniversary for me to care too much about the end game, at least for vanilla. Especially because we're at a point now where I feel like, people that play vanilla nowadays at endgame, I think we're at the point now in the Anniversary Realms where people are starting to get a little bit bored / uninterested. Apart from the people that, are really, really dedicated to, vanilla endgame content. And those aren't the type of people that I'm probably going to be interested in playing with anyway. I probably don't have the time to, simply just don't have the time to play in those types of guilds and in that type of environment. There's another quest here. I believe this should also be for Unguro. It's super sticky. Yeah, 12 samples of super sticky tar. we'll take that. I think we've got the soil sample quest. I hope. Yeah, from Thunder Bluff. So that should work out great. And we're going to go speak with Marvin Rivet Seeker in the middle of Tenaris to turn in that quest. Don't know if there's going to be a follow-up. Yeah, check out our map for Unguro. We haven't even picked up a quest inside the zone yet, and this just looks ridiculous. But yeah, that's those are kind of my plans and my mindset, I think, moving forward. And I think the goal for the rest of this episode, we're gonna turn in this quest, and I just want to pick up the flight path for the refugee in the north. Once we grab that, I think we'll call it a day. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction. Yeah, Tenaris is one of the few zones where if you're in the middle of the zone, you look in either direction, like any direction at all, you would have no idea which way is north, south, east, west.
Time is money, friend!
Pretty difficult to tell most of the time.
For real? Glad I could help!
Oh boy, he's got 2 follow-ups for us.
Right back.
Sunken Temple, unfortunate.
Glad I could help!
Already did that one.
Keep it real!
Oh, 2 Sunken Temple quests. Wow. Yeah, I did look up the Sunken Temple quests before we went into the place. And we had all the quests that like really mattered as far as like getting a good gear upgrade and stuff. So the quests that Marvin here is offering are probably they're probably just like for experience and maybe a couple gold or something. So I'm okay with leaving them behind. I think we took care of the big stuff. Considering we did literally the entire dungeon, there's not really a whole lot more that we can see from that place anyway. See if we can run straight through the Dunmal compound without too much trouble. passing by Thistle Shrub Valley. And we should be entering Ungoro shortly. Welcome to Ungoro. Out of all the jungle-esque environments in the game, this is definitely my favorite, I would think. I really love the atmosphere and the theme here overall too. It's a lot more mysterious. It really feels like you're in a different planet when you enter this place. Not even a different planet, like a different time period. It's almost like in its own bubble, you know, trapped in the past.
Peace, friend.
A couple of quests from Torwa here. We've got the gorillas up north.
I've been expecting you.
And this is dealing with a raptor. Which, we've got more quests to pick up as far as those raptors are concerned. These power crystals, I always forget, because we're going to have to do a quest for this. I always forget which ones are the most rare. I feel like blue is up there as far as being very rare to get. I mean, you can purchase them off the auction house, I suppose. So, like, if we need to do that, then I guess we will. But I just get paranoid when I, like, pass these crystals now. Like, oh, which one's the rare one? I forget. Some of them are super easy to get. I think, like, the red ones are very common, if I'm not mistaken. There's 2 common ones and 2, like, much more difficult ones to get. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. I can always just, I guess, get them off the auction house or something. Well, since we're here, I guess we might as well just pick this up. Surprised nothing has attacked us yet. Because we do have 4 levels on a lot of these raptors. I guess that would explain why. I just love how big everything is too. These raptors are terrifying because they're just massive. Sore. Never taken on a devil sword before in vanilla. I'm assuming you can solo them fairly easily at 60, but at our level, probably not. Alright, well, we've hit the northern end. So I've got a mage here doing some AoE farming. Are they skinning, though? Looks like they're not. I will happily take these. See some quest markers up ahead. Looks like we finally made it. Chasing Amy 01. This is with the gorillas, I think. So we can pick it up for now. That might be an escort, or might turn into an escort. I'm not sure.
Yo! Hurry back!
And we've got to kill some dinosaurs, of course.
Good day to you. Very good.
Quest giver hiding back here behind the hill.
What's on your mind?
Malaria.
Your feet on the ground. See you.
Those are all the oversized plants that we need to kill. We've got a weapon merchant here. Nothing special though.
How are you? Have a good one.
Bringing creative foodstuffs and research equipment. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the camps in the middle of the region
How are you?
that we just have to visit.
Around.
Alien ecology.
Have a good one.
This involves the bugs to the south.
Talk to me. Glad I
Roll the
could help.
bones. Some
real.
dinosaurs to kill. Wanted poster for pterodax. More dinosaurs to kill.
Hurry back.
And lost.
Real.
I'm gonna find somebody over at the little volcano in the middle. Oh, and look at that. Our quest log is completely filled up. And yeah, there's a quest in the back of the cave for crystals of power. We can just leave that one alone, I guess. If I have to pick a quest to just not do and to skip, I think it's probably going to be that one anyway. So that's going to do it for me for today. We're going to be right back here in Ungoro, of course, for the next one. Probably for 2 episodes if I had to guess, but it just depends on how much progress we make in the next one. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you back here in Ungoro. Take care.